what inspired me to do comedy was the fact that I've been funny my whole life. When everybody was like, "Oh, you should do comedy. You should do comedy," and I was like, "Shut up," because I don't care about other people's opinions like that. Not that it's me being mean. I'm not one for opinion. But one day it hit me. Get up there and get paid for what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. So I've been doing comedy since March 25th, 2011. I'm 8 years in now. Love it. Best job in the world. It was dope because the event I did was actually here in town on Main Street. It was a place called City Kids, and it was over full. Like we had standing room only. I went up there. I cut up. Most comedians killed that first time. I did, and so that was great. So that was a good introduction into the life of comedy and things of that sort. So it just felt real good, and it still feels that same way now. Like anytime you go up on a stage, like that's one of the best places to be. That's like my zen place. That's where I can go be me, give the people laughs. You know what I'm saying? Because you know a lot of times you like, oh, let me go make somebody laugh. It's not about that. It's about giving them laughs, giving them something they can laugh at. Because it's a lot of healing in laughter. People going through things, you never know what somebody's going through. You make them laugh, you can change the course of their day from a negative back into a positive situation. So that's one of the main reasons I do it, and that's the awesome feeling. So. Comedians I love, Dave Chappelle is one of the best, Jerry Seinfeld, and then I like other guys like J.J. Williamson. He's highly underrated comedian out of Mississippi. One of the funniest cats I've ever met in my life. Did some shows with him, great dude, just hilarious. I like Joe Coy, Kevin Hart. I love his work ethic. Is just. I hear people say sometimes, I don't like Kevin Hart, I don't think he's funny. And I just look like, all right, cool. But I learned so much just by watching him. And not only when he's on stage, but when he comes off stage, his behind the scenes, his raw stuff. So people like that, I got plenty. You know, Mike Epps, just because he just goes off the cuff and does his thing, a lot of improv. That's kind of my style too. Like, I got written material, but I also got a lot of improv that I can do because that's just my personality. But I got a lot of cats I study. Seinfeld is one of the top. Friends is a good one. There's not traditional stand-up comedians on Friends, but Friends is a good one. I love Blackish with Anthony Anderson. There's so many, man. Like just sitcoms. You got to go with The Cosby Show. You got to go with that. Bill Cosby is one of the greats. You know, regardless of what people think about him now, Bill Cosby is a highly intelligent comedian, just like Chris Rock is, and they give you so much versatility. He does it clean too, so that's something else to watch. It's harder to do clean, you know, if you got to be creative. But he's creative with that, Fat Albert, and also his stand-up too. I've seen him do 2 hours of stand-up sitting in a chair. It's oxymoronic, but he pulls it off because he's Bill Cosby. So yeah, the Chappelle Show was dope. Key and Peele, dope. I love those two. They can go up with anybody. You know, you got the creativity of Dave Chappelle, and also his co-writer was Neil Brennan. He's got a Netflix special too, and it's amazing because he's a writer extraordinaire. You see it come out when he performs. And then when you got Key and Peele, you got the mind of Jordan Peele, you know, Keegan Michael Key. They just got great chemistry, so that's always a good thing when you're doing sketches. You got to go with the Friday series. With, you know, he pulled out some great comedians and Chris Tucker and Mike Epps and Cat Williams. You got to go with that. You got to go with, it's so many, man. You can go to Bebe's Kids. You can go there. You can get animated. Man, it's too many to name, man. Because like once you start watching it and studying all this stuff, it's like you can talk about one thing and you're like, oh, I forgot about this here. That's funny too. So it's so many, man. I got a friend of mine actually, Spunky Robinson. He does a joke off this song by Lucci, where the guy he's singing, but in the song it's a song. It's like hardcore rap, just about. But in the song, the dude makes it sound like He's like, wait a minute, who is that dude? Like, what does that sound even come out of a man? Like, I gotta find out who that is, and I can't listen to the song anymore because of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one joke of many. But when you get someone who can change the way you see a certain thing with a joke, that's going to be one of the top jokes anyway. Because it's going to take something normal, something that everybody always hears, but nobody actually honed in on. So when a joke does that, that's what will put a joke into my favorite jokes realm. I gotta go Dave Chappelle if I'm picking one, because Dave Chappelle has the most diverse audience you're going to find. One of the most diverse, and he can talk about any race and without crossing the line so much as racism, because he wraps it all in love too. And he's not a racist or anything like that, but he knows how to tiptoe the lines to get every people group involved in his comedy. And I think it's so artistic the way he does it. You got some of everybody in there. He'll talk about every single race you got, and at the end of the day, everybody still feels the love in the room with Dave Chappelle. You gotta go Mike Epps. You gotta go. Gotta go Martin Lawrence. You gotta go D. Ray Davis, Aries Spears, and let me get one more. Might as well have Cat Roast Me. Those five, man. Those five will probably make me pee on myself. And that's actually my goal, is to make somebody in the audience pee on themselves. But if those five roasted me, that's what would happen. Can we say pee on camera, pee, urinate, whatever the word is that's appropriate for this show or whatever? So, yeah. I do several different types, but I would say improv at the top probably. But I love doing sketch comedy. I used to produce my own sketches. That's what this was. My first company, 1722 Productions. I produced my own sketches and things like that. So I'm going to get back into that now under my new label, JDG Comedy. But it's so many, man. You can do blue comedy. It doesn't matter, man. Like I love all different types of comedy, and I think that's one of the things that kind of sets me apart. I can do probably any room. I can do a church, I can do a club, I can do a corporate setting, because I study so many different types of comedy, and I incorporate all those into the way I do comedy. So the next 5 years, that's an interesting question, because I don't set goals for myself. What I do is my goal, if anything, is to grow. My goal is to be better tomorrow than I am today. So, but within that though, I don't limit the possibilities. So I could see myself in the next 5 years touring. I tour nationally now, but touring nationally on a larger scale, like multiple city tours. I could see myself doing a Netflix special. I could see myself landing a movie role or on a sitcom, something like that. I think I'm really at that edge right now to where everything's about to bust wide open. I've been putting in the work for over 8 years now, and I just see everything just coming to form. But I got some other stuff I'm also trying to get into too, in the consulting part of the industry. But I can't talk on that too much. But in the next 5 years, actually the next year, because I'm rolling that out coming up now. But be on the lookout for some consulting coming from JDG Comedy, and I can't talk on it, but it's coming. You can always find me at my website first, jdgcomedy.com. And on my website is my links for Facebook, which my name on there is Jason D. Granger. You got Instagram, comedian_J Granger. And then you got Twitter, which is real J Granger. So all of that's right there on my website. On the first page, you just click on whatever the symbol is for the social media, whether it's the bird for Twitter, the F for Facebook, or the picture or the camera for IG. You can find it there. You can find my schedule. You can find out where I've been, all of that good stuff right there on the website, jdgcomedy.com. That they had a good time. More so than that I'm funny, that they had a good time, enjoyed themselves, and that they got the laughs that they came to get. Because, a lot of people go to shows and sometimes they're like, oh, they're going to make me laugh. And those people that I love to bring laughter to. Because if they have the attitude, make me laugh, they got something going on in their life that they need to laugh at anyway. So if they can come away and say, I really enjoyed that show, that's what does it for me. So, definitely. Hey, what's going on? This is comedian Jason Granger, based out of Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, check out my interview on QTPie.com. I messed it up on purpose just so you would hear me say again, QTPie.com. Check me out. Comedian Jason Granger, Jacksonville, Florida, aka Duval. QTPie.com.